Hidden inside an opulent mansion on Fifth Avenue is one of the greatest private art collections in America. From Rembrandt to Vermeer, these 10 masterpieces at the Frick Collection in New York City will leave you speechless. Come with me, Toby Nomad, your go-to guy for art, history, and hidden gems, as we uncover the top 10 paintings inside the Frick in only 5 minutes. Number 1, Giovanni Bellini, St. Francis in the Desert, from 1480. St. Francis steps out of a dark cave into divine light. You'll spot animals, skulls, a city in the distance, all symbols of faith and nature. It's one of the greatest Renaissance paintings in America, by the man who taught Titian. Number 2, Rembrandt, the Polish Rider, from 1655. Who is he? A soldier? A saint? A ghost? This handsome and mysterious traveler rides through a haunting landscape, and no one really knows why. It's Rembrandt at his most poetic. The Frick has several fabulous Rembrandts, including a self-portrait, but the Polish Rider is the most intoxicating. Number 3, Fragonard, The Progress of Love, from approximately 1771. Set in an entire room that resembles a French chateau, these 4 giant panel paintings were commissioned by a royal mistress to King Louis XV, and then rejected. They show flirtation, secrecy, and romance. Perhaps they hit too close to home in the French court. Here, pastel perfection meets powdered wig drama. Do not miss the Fragonard room at the Frick. Number 4, John Constable, The White Horse, from 1819. An English barge crossing a river becomes a 6-foot monument to nature and a bold artistic statement of protest against reality, the dust and grime of the Industrial Revolution. Constable said this was one of his favorite paintings. It launched his career and reinvented landscape painting. Number 5, Francisco Goya, The Forge, from 1815. 3 blacksmiths hammer metal in a smoky room. It's gritty, powerful, and quiet, almost like a hymn to human labor. Ironically, it was also a favorite of Frick himself, the famous strikebreaker. Painted in Goya's dark period, it raises the question, are they building tools or are they building weapons? What does the new industrial age portend for the blacksmiths and for humanity? Number 6, Johannes Vermeer, The Officer and Laughing Girl, from 1657. A bright young woman smiles at a dashing man in shadow. The lighting is perfect. The details are intimate. You feel like you're intruding on a secret. Classic Vermeer. The Frick has 3 Vermeers, and the Met down the street has 5, but this might be the best. Number 7, Hans Holbein the Younger, Sir Thomas More, from 1527. Sharp robes, sharper mind. Holbein paints here the scholar and future martyr with laser precision. A portrait of political resistance before More was executed for defying Henry VIII. Painted just 20 years after the Mona Lisa, I'd marvel at this emotional, photographic masterpiece without the crowds any day. Jean-Auguste Dominique Ingres, Portrait of the Comtesse d'Haussonville, 1845. She looks composed, but that pose is oddly tense. Ingres paints every strand of hair, every ripple of silk. Look closer, the mirror, the opera glasses. This portrait has secrets. Is she stuck in a gilded cage? Is Ingres infatuated with her beauty? Or is this a commentary on the isolation of wealth and privilege itself? Number 9, Diego Velázquez, Portrait of Philip IV in Fraga, from 1644. Spain's king, painted during war, stands tall in military red. But Velázquez doesn't flatter. Philip looks tired, fragile, human. The painting has just enough truth to make it relatable and believable. Royal propaganda at its best. Number 10, J.M.W. Turner, The Harbor of Dieppe, from 1826. Boats, sunlight, and swirling color fill this massive French port scene. Painted decades before Monet, this proto-impressionist masterpiece captures motion and atmosphere like magic. It also whitewashes, or at best romanticizes, the age of industrialism that was already sweeping everyone into dirty cities that looked nothing like this idyllic scene. But we can fantasize, can't we? So this was just a taste of these epic paintings that are some of the most important in all of art and world history. If you want to know more about each of these masterpieces in the Frick and the artist and the history behind them, join me in the next video where I do a deep dive into every one of them and tell you more about the Frick and Henry Clay Frick himself. And subscribe for more art and history right here on Toby Nomad.